All right, Black Science TV 111, Osei Kufuor, I'm back at y'all again. I'm getting a lot of calls pertaining to people who are losing so-called loved ones. What we must realize is that we don't come here to meet people, to be with these people forever. Whenever your so-called loved ones pass away, you have to understand that you are in a body that consists of cells. They don't call it cells for nothing. When a so-called loved one leaves the body, they are being released. This is their release date from whatever dimension that they are in. So they are being released from the cell, which is the vehicle, to go into another body of intelligence. This is all that is. We're not here for each other. And for the mere fact that we keep on mourning whenever these so-called loved ones leave, we are actually causing these people to get stuck in between dimensions. We are causing them to be stuck in these other dimensions, which in the next life or in the body of intelligence, this will cause them to have a handicap. This will cause them to be handicapped. This will cause them to be stuck in between portals to the point where they cannot reincarnate into the computer that they need to download into, which is the body. We following the white man's traditions, not knowing that every time a loved one is to leave the body, that we are to celebrate. Because when you celebrate, you are raising the frequencies of that loved one which is on your mind. You are projecting with the frequencies that you are celebrating with to open certain portals and gates so that they can be released into other dimensions and worlds. They cannot occupy another body if you are fearful, if you are in your emotions. We are picked up on, a lot of people claim to be spiritual. How are you spiritual? And you say that we're not the body, but yet when you lose a so-called loved one, you're the first one to cry. There's nothing wrong with crying, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, you must have balance and know the science of what they call death. When they gave you religion, they had to oppress the spirituality of those sciences. So therefore now, we are actually oppressing ourselves and throwing spells on ourselves. And we get sick because we don't know the unknown sciences that they have taken away from us, that they have extracted from our subconscious. Your DNA already has your release date in it. It's not your expiration date. It is your release date. You are here to download certain information to take it to another body from this dimension. You are not here to be with your so-called loved one forever. My queen already know. We already got that established. We're not here for each other. Because it's bigger than us. We are selfish beings. If only you knew that it's deeper than being just melanated people. We are a form of intellect traveling from one world to another to build a house so that our subconscious can live in it and furnish it with intelligence. Every time you learn something, wherever you go, even here on this third dimension that we call the matrix, you are furnishing. The intelligence is the furnishings of your mind. Your mind is your real body. It's time to establish what we really are, not who we are. History don't have a goddamn thing to do with anything other than that which the people who created the history for an agenda to keep you locked down in that square. The science of death is just to be. When you study nature, nature don't know what emotions is. They don't know what death is. So therefore, they are actually evolving in higher states than the humans, or what we call human. This is why I say we are out here doing things that is not beneficial to what we are really here for. We are here as individual species. We are here as individual computers to download our own individual spiritual intelligence. This body is a cell. You are locked up in the third dimension. That's why they call the cells in your body cells. But until you start to think proper, you will not be able to defeat that thing that they call death. Because think about it. Y'all think that we are being oppressed by something big. But really it's something small. Words can oppress you. If y'all let the word God go in death out of your emotional computer, it will be over for them. Because your thoughts determine even the temperature of your environment. Your thoughts determine the climate change of your environment. You can stop winter from coming. You can stop summer from coming. You can stop fall from coming. Just by your emotions. This is why they have to control your emotions, so that they can control the thermostat of the universe, so that they control the intelligence coming in from the ancestors, whether it be the moon, the sun, or the stars. Islam is not some damn Quran. The Quran is right out there, outside of your door, outside of your window. The sun, moon, and the stars. You worship a physical book, but the spiritual book is the real sun, moon, and the stars. Worship that. Communicate with that. You mean to tell me we can go to a white man's school for 4 years to study under his fucking agendas, but we can't take 4 years to study ourselves to master our own powers? We ignorant people. It ain't about running around screaming black power. Because the person who created the word black, he had no power and no control over the goddamn word. And for those who are in opposition to what I just said, and you think he do, then he got control over you. Because if you label yourself black, then the person who controlled the word black, control you. See, it's easy for us to say we need something on a uniting level. We need numbers. You don't need numbers. You exist in many fragments. You're an individual, but as an individual, you have fragments of yourself that exist in many places, even inside of this body. You have fragments, you have beings, you have entities that is asleep in the form of DNA. And it's trying to awaken, but you keep on worshiping the agenda of the fucking European. He tell you that this is your history, then you go along with it. So now you shut down your capabilities to be able to connect to the higher mothers of the universe, because the universe distributes feminine energy. It's not masculine energy, because if the universe distributed masculine energy, then it wouldn't be able to produce. The universe is forever producing intelligence in the form of stars, suns, and moons. These are our ancestors. Our ancestors do not only exist in human form, they exist in many forms, but we don't acknowledge it. And it's not pseudo because we don't see it or we are not aware of it. It's just that you won't take the time to go deep down inside of you, which is your soul, to open up the real book. You don't have 33 books. You have 720 books. And these are not physical books. You have 720 degrees of different DNA inside of you that is revolving right now as we speak, that is in tune with certain planets coming into fruition. That is in your direct spiritual bloodline. And all you black power niggas running around here talking about, so we need to stick together. I'll never teach my son to be passive. I'll never teach my son that a black man would love him more than a fucking white man. Because a black man would do worse to him than a fucking white man. And I ain't trying to make justification for that cracker. I teach my son, don't trust nobody. The only person to be emotional and so-called passive to is your queen. That's it. And then you still have to have certain limitations. But never be emotional. White people don't teach their kids to love black children. They teach them how to rule them. And you ought to teach your children the same thing. Because if you don't, then you are guilty of their fucking oppression. You are guilty of their oppression. Y'all running around black power, let's unite. Everybody ain't on the same damn frequency. How we going to unite when you got one motherfucker being a Christian, another nigga a Muslim, another nigga a Moor, another nigga RBG, and you run around pumping your fist, marching with your damn flags? Some old upgraded civil rights shit. Y'all niggas ain't ready for war. Because if you was, you'll go to war right now. Whenever these women get shot down and children be shot down, you will go to war. Y'all niggas ain't ready for war. You talking. You want fucking publicity. Teach your kids not to be passive. I would never teach my son to be passive. Never. We scared of some damn death. Death don't exist. Why the fuck you crying over a goddamn physical body? They can't kill what you really are. They can't see what you really are, and they can't feel what you really are because they're not activated. All of this shit is set up by the government. Most of you niggas are fucking agents. Don't make me get back on my square. But I'm stepping out for a minute. Because we got the nerve to run around talking about some black power. Power exists in many fucking forms. Everybody have their own individual power. My power is not your power. And your power is not my power. Because when you give me your power, I can control your power. And when I give you my power, I can control your power. My people, don't allow these niggas to drag you into a game to oppress you all over again. Because the white man got these agents in the community. And they got them saying black power louder than you. So with that much said, Black Science TV 111, Osei Kufuor, I'm out. Peace.